Hello everyone, I'm Emily Powers, and today I'm going to be painting this fun galaxy, not really galaxy, stars with a boat in the water. So it's going to be really easy, I think, and I'm going to show step by step how I paint it with acrylics. And all the supplies I'm using are in the description. Also, some links where you can buy some of the supplies are in the description too. And I might use some glazing liquid, possibly in the sky, so that it can have like some pink color in there, but I'm not really sure about that yet, but we'll see. And also, I wanted to say that I just opened my Etsy shop. So the name of the shop is Emily Powers Art, like my YouTube channel, just it has no spaces. And so I'm going to have the link to my shop in the description, and hopefully you'll find a painting from one of my tutorials that you like. So I'm going to get my number 12 bright. It's a Princeton Summit, and I already put a coat of Mars Black, so that's the black that I have out there. So I just took a sponge and put it on, so it's not with a brush, but it doesn't really matter how you do it. I just put a coat of that because it's a pretty dark background. And what I'm going to do first is I need to know where my horizon line is going to be, like where my water, my mountains is going to be. So I'm just going to draw a line right, I'm going to say like the third, and that'll make it easy just to go on the third right there. There we go. So there's actually yellow right above and below the mountains. So I'm going to start with that. I'm going to get some titanium white. And this is yellow ochre, so I'm going to get a little bit of that. And that's close. Just get a little bit more yellow. Alright, so that's good. So I'm going to put that, let's see, I need to get a little darker, a little brighter yellow. And we'll probably have to do another coat because of this yellow. I did the black background because that's the color we're mainly going to see, but there is, that's, the yellow is going to show that black, so we're going to have to go over. But I did the black because it's mainly a dark background. Alright, and then I'm going to rinse that out on my brush, get most of that yellow out. And I'm going to get more white. And put it right above the yellow. Blend them together. And then I'll get some Ultramarine Blue with my white, and I'm going to need more white, so I'm just going to put that out now just in case I need it. Alright, just get a light blue and put that on there. Just blend it in. And now I'm going to start getting it darker. It's going to get dark pretty fast. I'm going to get a little bit of that black. I'm going to get a little bit of deep magenta. Get some more of that magenta with it again. So it's a pretty dark color now. Get more black with it. And I can get some water if it's like too thick. It's not wanting to go on the canvas very easily. Put some of that black. Get some more of that pink and black. It's mainly black now. And just gonna put that on the rest up here. And we'll do that a second time. But there's the first layer there. All right, and I'm gonna rinse my brush out. I'm gonna do something similar in the water, except there's not really a whole lot of blue in the water. It's kind of just yellow and black. So I'm gonna kind of skip the blue and just do the yellow and black. So rinse my brush out from all that dark. And get my yellow. Okay, and then go back. Oops. Spraying paint all over. That's all right. And I'll get my black now. Just put some of that down there, and then I'll get my really dark black. So it can be kind of like gray in the middle. All right. Right. So there's the first layer, very easy. Just try not to make like a green color in between the yellow and the blue. It might be a little green, but just don't make it like super green. And it's pretty easy. So I'm going to let that dry so that I can do my next layer. All right, so I think that it should be dry enough now. I think I can work on this again. So I'm going to take my white and my yellow. And see, now that's covering a lot better than that first layer did. So that's more like what we want there. Rinse that out. And then get some white. Get some blue on one side. All right, let's see, I need more white right in between here. All right, now I can get the blue. Maybe a little bit of pink. A little bit of black. not very much, but just a tiny bit. Alright, and then I'm going to get it darker. And I'm going to get some pink with it. Alright, and now I'm going to get more of that blue, more black, and I need more blue, so I'm going to get some out. Alright, lots of blue, black, a little bit of that pink, I'm just going to go to the top. Some water. Alright, I'm coming down further and then I'll get some white. It's kind of drying down here already. Alright, now I'm going to rinse that out so that I can use the yellow and it won't change the color. Alright, there we go. Get some yellow. Alright, so that's good, and get some more yellow. So you might just put a little bit more right there. You go down in the water now. Alright, and then I'll get this black. So I basically just did the same thing I did the first time. I just added a second layer there. And sometimes I get thick paint on the edge, so I can, as I rinse my brush out, I can go and just make sure I don't got a bunch of paint on the edge. Alright, so there's the second layer. So now I think actually, even while this is still wet, I could do the stars, but I also don't want to, because if I get like a big, if I get a big patch of white that I don't want, then I wouldn't be able to wipe it off because the background would still be wet. So now that I think about it a little more, that would not be a good idea. So I'm just going to pause the video and let that dry. Alright, I think I want to do one more layer before I do the stars, just because it's kind of, there's certain spots that are kind of funny looking. Plus I got a little bit of yellow up there on accident. So I'm going to just do it all again. If you like the way yours looks, if it looks fine, then just skip this next part. But I'm just going to do this one more time before I do my stars. So same thing. I do need to get out more of my colors though. I didn't realize that. Some of that, some blue. And black. There we go. All right. All right, so I'm going to go right in the middle. Okay. No blue, some black, mostly blue, some white. All right. All right, and now I'll get some more blue. Okay, I need to be fast because it's drying and I'm running out of paint. Okay. Okay, I'm going to get some water because it's kind of thick. Right. Some of the magenta. Okay, just making sure that it's blending good. There's one spot that I see down below that's kind of funky, so I'm just gonna finish that up there. I'm gonna get some of this blue right there. Alright. Yeah, it's pretty good. And alright, I need to rinse that out because it's got too much of that blue in it. And it's lifting over there. Oh my. Alright, I'm going to try to do it kind of thick to cover that, and I'm just going to say that's good. Alright, and then I'll just go down here. We got some yellow. Put some more yellow down. Alright, and then get some black. Blend. Alright, and now I'll get the black. Alright, so I think that's much better than before. It's still got, like that was kind of funky, but it's okay. I'm leaving it. You can go over it as many times as you want, but just for the video, I'm just going to stop there so it's not too long. Alright. So now I'll let it dry and then we can do our stars. Alright, so I think I can do my stars. But right before I do that, I just want to see if I can take some of this yellow. Just kind of make that mistake not so bad. Right there. Alright. So for the stars, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually take a toothbrush. You could use a fan brush like this that has something that has like the bristles are kind of tough so that they snap back. And what you do is I'm going to take my white first and a bunch of water. You want it really thin. And this time I'm going to get some of my blue. I don't want it that dark of or that light of a color. I want it kind of a blue. And I'm going to need some black so that I can darken it a little, make it not so bright. So I'll show with the toothbrush how I do it. So thin it out real good. Alright, and now I'm going to get some of it off my rag. I'm just going to practice. So see, I got some stars, so what I did is I point it down and I just flick. I'm going to cover my yellow so that I don't get stars on that yellow part. And these are small stars, so I'm going to do a lot of them. Alright, so you got lots of little stars in there. And then I can take my white and make a little bit of a brighter color. See, that's a really dark one. I don't want it that big, so I'm just going to tap it off. And some of them will be a little bigger than others. And I'm going to do some down below here. There you go. And let me see. All right, so there we go. So real quickly, we got a bunch of stars in, and none of them are really bright yet. All right, so now I'm gonna get the white over here. Even the last color I did still had some blue in it. All right, so make sure I don't get anywhere I don't want it. There you go. And I think I'll get the magenta. And a little bit of black so it's not so bright. And I think I'll just do a few of those, few pink ones there. Alright, so rinse that out. And now I'm going to take, this is a number 2 Royal Soft Grip round brush. I'm going to dip it in my water, and I'm going to use this to do some large stars. So I'm going to get my white, and I'm going to put one here, one here. So now I can kind of place a few down. Alright. Alright, we'll get some of those. And I'll do some of the big ones down here. Some of the spots down here are already kind of bigger, so I have to do a whole lot down here. Alright, now rinse that out. And I want the stars to dry before I do anything else. But now it's got some stars there, and now I'm going to do the mountains in between the sky and the water, and I'm going to use my big brush. You could use like a smaller brush, like half this size if you wanted, but since this is what I have out, first I'm just going to go across, and then I'm going to go Alright, and then I'll just do it similar. Down here. And it doesn't have to be a perfect reflection, but just try to get it close. There you go. And now I can just go back. I'll probably have to wait until this is dry so that I can make sure none of that yellow shows through. There we go. So there, it's almost done, really. I just have to do a little bit more once the stars are dry, and get that block to cover better. And then we put in the boat here. All right, so let's do the boat. I'm gonna get plain black first with my round brush. I don't even think I'm gonna draw it in. You can if you want to, but just right about here, I'm gonna do and then there's going to be a black reflection in the water. You don't even have to put this in, you could just do the sky and the mountains. Alright, and then I'm going to get white and yellow. Alright. So I'm just gonna put a little bit of yellow so you can go on the edge of the boat and kind of do a little bit inside. Okay, some more black, darken up the shadow. And there's a little bit of white on the side of the boat. Alright, I might just get a little bit more white and There we go. Some yellow. There you go. Alright. And then I might just get a little bit more of this like black. There. Alright. And now I'm just going to do a very simple boat. That's probably all I'm going to do to that. And then I'm going to cover the mountains again with a coat of black. I'm probably going to get my small round brush and just use it wherever it's not covering over it good. Alright, I might have to do it one more time. But before that, I'm going to rinse this brush out, get all that out, and I'm going to get a little bit more of this pink. And I'm going to, you could use glazing medium, but I'm just going to try doing it with water. So I'm going to get some water with my magenta color, and I don't want a whole lot on my brush, but I'm going to go over some of the stars and give it like a pink color. In a few spots. Okay, and I can do a little bit with my Ultramarine Blue. Make it a little bit blue. Alright, so I think that's good. I don't know if you can even see that in the camera, but I can see it a little bit. It's kind of got a little bit of a pinkish color. And I just need to go over this mountain here. These mountains where it's not covering. Alright, so I think that's good. So it's pretty simple painting, and I will take my pen here and sign it. Go. And I think that's pretty good. So I hope you enjoyed this video. This is the first painting of the new month, so I'm going to show last month's schedule on the screen. So we did those last month, and if you want to see any of those being done on my channel, you can hit Emily Powers Art right below the video, and it will take you to my channel. You can watch those. And then this is the new schedule for this month. So we just did that first one's the one we just did today, and then that's what's coming up for the rest of this month. So I post a new video every Friday. So if you want to see those, they will be on my channel soon. So, and then also, like I said at the beginning, I just opened my Etsy shop, so I have that in the description if you want to check that out. And I hope you enjoy this video, and if you did, please give it a like and subscribe. So thanks for watching. Bye.